getting anxious about tomorrow. They are slaves to their environment. But imagine for a moment being the eye of the hurricane. The wind is howling, trees are falling, but in the center, there is absolute stillness. This is the promise of Stoicism. Over the next minutes, we are going to build your emotional fortress. We will explore 7 ancient secrets that will teach you how to remain unshakable in a world designed to break you. This isn't just theory. This is a manual for the soul. Think about the last time you lost your temper. Was it worth the energy? Most of us are like dry wood, waiting for a single spark to set us on fire. We let a stranger's comment on the internet or a driver cutting us off in traffic ruin our entire afternoon. But why? Stoicism isn't about being a robot. It's about being a mountain. A mountain doesn't ask the wind to stop blowing. It simply remains unmoved. Today, we start building that mountain inside you. Number 1. The dichotomy of control. Law number 1 is the foundation of all Stoic wisdom. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a man born into slavery who rose to become a great teacher, said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us." Think about your daily stress. You worry about the economy, the weather, or what your boss thinks of you. But none of these are in your control. The only things you truly own are your own opinions, your intentions, and your own actions. When you stop demanding that the world behave exactly as you want, your suffering ends. From this moment on, before you get upset, ask yourself, is this in my control? If the answer is no, say to yourself, then it is nothing to me. Let's look at a modern example. You applied for a job. You worked hard on the CV. You practiced for the interview, but you didn't get it. Most people would sink into depression, but a Stoic looks at the line of control. Your preparation? In your control. Your performance? In your control. The final decision of the hiring manager? Out of your control. If you did your best, the outcome is irrelevant to your self-worth. You focus on the effort, not the prize. This shift alone can remove 90% of the anxiety in your life. Number 2. The gap between stimulus and response. Someone flips the switch, and they turn on with anger. But Stoicism teaches us to be the circuit breaker between the stimulus, the thing that happens, and the response. What you do there is a space. In that space lies your freedom. Stoic wisdom tells us, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When someone insults you, they are just making air vibrations with their mouth. It is your judgment of that insult that hurts you. If you don't judge it as a harm, the harm disappears. Practice the pause. Take one breath before you speak. That breath is where your power lives. The Stoics called this Socratic questioning. When a negative thought enters your mind, don't accept it as a fact. Challenge it. If your mind says, "This person is trying to humiliate me," stop. Ask, is that true, or is that just my interpretation? Often, we are hurt by our own shadows. By creating this gap, you become a judge of your impressions rather than a victim of them. Silence is often the most powerful response you can give to chaos. Number 3. Premeditatio malorum. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. This is why the Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Every morning, remind yourself, today may meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. By imagining the worst-case scenario, you rob it of its power to surprise you. Rejection doesn't hurt when you've already expected it. Failure doesn't crush you when you've already planned for it. This isn't pessimism, it's psychological armor. If you are prepared for the storm, you don't panic when the first drop of rain falls. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. This is a profound truth that most of us ignore. We spend our nights awake, fearing a future that hasn't happened yet. This is why the Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Every morning, before the world begins its assault on your peace, remind yourself, today may meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. This isn't about being a pessimist. It is about being a strategist. By imagining the worst-case scenario, you rob it of its power to surprise you. Rejection doesn't hurt when you've already accounted for it. Failure doesn't crush you when you've already built a plan to survive it. This is your psychological armor. If you are prepared for the storm, you don't panic when the first drop of rain falls. Number 4, Emmer Fali. Love your fate. It means love of fate. Marcus Aurelius said that a blazing fire takes everything that is thrown into it and consumes it to grow higher. Don't just tolerate the obstacles in your life. Love them, because they are the very things that will build your character. If you lose your job, love the fact that you now have the chance to find a better one or build your own path. If you face a challenge, love the chance to test your courage. Every bad thing is actually raw material for your greatness. Marcus Aurelius used the metaphor of a fire. A small candle can be blown out by a light breeze, but a great bonfire welcomes the wind. It uses the wind to burn even brighter. When life throws trash at you, betrayal, sickness, or loss, don't just step over it. Throw it into your fire. Use that pain to fuel your growth. A person who can love their fate is a person who can never be defeated, because everything that happens becomes a win. Number 5, the view from above. When we are in the middle of a problem, it feels like the end of the world. Imagine yourself floating high above your house, then your city, then your continent. See the billions of people below, all with their own dramas and struggles. Then look at the stars. See the vastness of time. In the grand scheme of the universe, your current problem is a tiny speck of dust. This doesn't mean your feelings don't matter. It means you shouldn't let them consume you. Gain perspective. Realize how small your drama is, and you will find the strength to carry it. Think of the people who lived 500 years ago. They had the same fears, the same broken hearts, and the same desperate worries that you have today. Where are they now? They are gone, and the world kept turning. Your problems feel massive because your lens is too tight. Zoom out. When you see your life as a single heartbeat in the history of the earth, you stop sweating the small stuff. Perspective is the ultimate cure for self-importance. Lessons 6 and 7, discomfort and memento mori. Practice voluntary discomfort. Wear simple clothes. Eat plain food. Take a cold shower. By doing this, you prove to yourself that you don't need luxury to be happy. And finally, remember. Memento mori, remember you must die. This isn't dark. It's a call to action. Why waste your precious time being angry at someone? Why spend your days in fear? Death is standing behind you. Let that reality make you kinder, more focused, and more present. Use your time for what matters. Memento mori isn't about fear. It's about priority. If you knew you were leaving this world tomorrow, would you still be holding that grudge? Would you still be afraid to chase your dreams? The certainty of death is the greatest motivator for a life well lived. It strips away the ego and leaves only what is essential: character and action. Stoicism is not a destination. It is a lifelong practice. You will fail. You will get angry. You will feel fear. But when you do, come back to these laws. Build your shield daily. If this journey into Stoic wisdom helped you today, share it with someone who needs peace. Subscribe to join our community of seekers. Stay focused. Stay disciplined.